Chelsea here, and this is my farewell vlog. So this trip was my first experience with any sort of women's or gender studies class, so I learned a lot of information. I grew up in a household where, I was taught that the word queer was very derogative, and it was very insulting to use towards a person. So, the very first day when we had to read queer theory as a pre-departure reading, I was kind of shocked to just see that word and see it used so freely. So from the very beginning, I was already learning new things than just from the homonormative perspective that I was used to. Even outside of academics, though, I think that I grew a lot as a person. The day we had a discussion about pedophilia and why is it wrong, and then Mindy told us, okay, so look at all of these arguments you're using and try to find one that didn't apply to homosexual people. That really blew my mind, just to realize that, we think these things are wrong because society says so, but when you really take a step back and look at it, why is it wrong? There's really no valid reason that some things are wrong. So that really rocked my world, and it taught me how to just look at things from a different perspective and not just accept them because society says that they should be a certain way. And to go along with that, I also thought a lot about what I believe and whether it's something that needs to be justified. So I know we had this discussion about consent and why is it important, and not a single person in the class could really give a valid reason why consent is important. So at first that kind of freaked me out, because I was like, well, does this mean that consent isn't important? Is this something that I shouldn't care about? But then I also looked at it from the other side, why shouldn't we have consent? So that really helped me to just kind of pick out what things I think need to be explained and what things that I believe are just so core in my beliefs that I just need to accept them, because there's also, even though there's not a reason they should exist, there's not a reason they should not exist. So I definitely learned to kind of pick out which things I need to, change my views on, and which things that I just need to keep the same even if I can't fully explain it. So even though I've been to other countries before, I've never been to one that was this tolerant, especially around things concerning sex. So I thought it was really cool just walking through the red light district that you could see things like naked women painted on walls, or, statues of a hand grabbing a boob, and nobody batted an eyelash. So that was definitely a different but cool experience for me. This was also the first Pride Parade I've ever been to, so that was a pretty cool experience for me, just to see all this support and this just huge celebration for, queer and LGBT people. So that was pretty cool to experience, and I'd have to say that I definitely wasn't disappointed. So that's all I have for this video, and I just want to thank you all for such a wonderful experience, and I can't wait to see you again on campus.